are now live on Instagram. Yay! Here we go. We've got Facebook. We've got Instagram. We are talking hormonal birth control today. The good, the bad, the ugly, the things that you were never told or taught about the pill when you got on it, and everything that you needed to know. Because this stuff just isn't talked about in doctors' offices. And I don't know why, but it should be. So we got a lot of stuff to cover, and I'm really excited because, like I said, I know you guys have really been looking forward to this one. It's an important topic. And I'm here to, I don't know, maybe open some eyes about hormonal birth control, and get you guys thinking, okay? I'm not here to tell you to be on it or to get off of it. It's your body, but I am here to tell you some things about hormonal birth control that most people don't know so that you can make the best decision for yourself. And I always say that I try not to, insert my opinion, but it's kind of hard not to. You'll probably be able to tell what side of the fence I stand on. But just myself personally, I haven't been on hormonal birth control in, at least a decade. I think I came off of it in high school, before I knew all of this stuff. So even, now that I've learned everything I need to know about it, I'm proud of my decision. But anywho, here we go. Hormonal birth control, you guys. There are a lot of other hormonal birth controls out there besides the pill, but that's the most common one and the one that most people are on. So doctors are just so freaking quick to prescribe the pill to us, to young girls, all the way through, to fully adults, 30, 40 years old, right? It's almost like they hand it out like candy these days, without really explaining what's going on, what it truly is, what it's going to start doing in your body, what you're consuming, what the damn thing actually is. And even I talk to clients who, we go down this rabbit hole of hormonal birth control, and they start remembering back when they were first put on it. They went to the doctor, they were 16, 17 years old, they're, with their parents. And then we start uncovering all of this stuff later on in their life, in their 20s and 30s, and they go back to their mom, and they're like, "Mom, did you ever know this? Did the doctor tell you? You were my parent, you were my guardian, you were there to keep me safe. Did you know this stuff? Did they tell you?" And parents have no idea as well. They're completely clueless as well. And so it's mind-boggling, and it's really sad. But then they're so quick to put you on it, but when you start thinking for yourself, and maybe, there's a better answer out there for me, or maybe this isn't for me, or maybe I want to look into other options, or just completely get off of this, they aren't very helpful in that regard either. Right? So they pretty much use it as just kind of like this blanket Band-Aid, this cure-all, quote unquote, for any type of hormonal problems or symptoms that you might be happening, or some sort of imbalance. If they suspect an imbalance, let's get you on birth control. Here, start taking this pill. I'm not going to tell you what it is or what it's going to do, but just trust me, I'm your doctor, start taking it, right? But the pill does not regulate your periods. Hear me when I say this. It does not regulate your periods, and it doesn't really regulate your hormones, okay? Once you start taking the hormonal birth control pill, or any type of hormonal birth control, if it's not the pill, anything else, your hormones are shut down. Your reproductive system is shut down. It is flatlined. You are no longer producing hormones. So how can it regulate them? How can it, balance them, make them healthy? It can't. It's shutting that down, okay? It doesn't regulate your periods. You can't have a period if you're on hormonal birth control. Period only happens when you're going through your regular cycle. And when your system is shut down, that ceases to happen, right? That's how it prevents pregnancy. It shuts it down, okay? So yeah, if you're having these specific symptoms, go to the doctor. Like, this is happening to me. I'm feeling this way. what's going on with me? How do I make it stop? And they suspect a hormonal problem. These are hormonal symptoms. These are, coming from an imbalance. Let's shut it down to stop these symptoms. Genius, right? Duh, hello. Of course we're going to do that. But you're not fixing the problem, right? You're not fixing what's causing the imbalance or causing the issue that's causing the symptoms. You're just putting a Band-Aid over it. You're just covering it up for as long as you're on that pill, okay? So it shuts off your reproductive system completely. You're no longer producing your own natural hormones, okay? And then it's supplying your body with synthetic hormones, right? These like synthetic drugs, okay? So here's something that I want you to keep in mind. Our body never does anything that it shouldn't be doing, okay? We have a period as a female for a reason. We have these hormones for a reason. Our body doesn't just do things or create things and make things within us without a rhyme or reason, okay? And last week, if you didn't watch last week's live all about hormones, go back and watch that. I think it was 2, maybe a 3-part. I had to chop it up to get it onto Instagram. All about hormones, okay? And the benefits of your estrogen and your progesterone, why they're so important and why you need them. Okay, so go back and watch that. Get a refresher, okay? But they're produced in our body for a reason because they have unbelievable benefits, okay? Once you start taking the pill, you're stopping those. You're shutting those down. Your body no longer gets them. You don't reap those rewards or get the benefits from those natural hormones. But now you're getting these synthetic hormones, and they actually come with their own side effects. So not only are you missing out of all the amazing things that your natural hormones do for you, but now you're getting this like laundry list of potentially getting this laundry list of negative side effects from these drugs that you're now taking, okay? So it's like a double whammy. Now, once you stop the pill, you stop getting these drugs and whatever side effects was coming with them, of course, right? But any issue or imbalance you were having before you got on the pill, you went to your doctor and said, this is happening, what do I do? So she said, we're going to put you on the pill. All of those problems and issues are just going to rear their ugly heads again because you never solved them. You never fixed or cured them. You never found the root cause. You just covered them up for the time being because you didn't want to deal with it. Okay? So coming off the pill, if there was a problem or an issue beforehand, you still got it, sister, and now you have to figure that out. Now you get to figure that out. Okay? Like, who doesn't want to be healthy here? Who doesn't want to know if there's a problem going on? Who doesn't want to fix it? I know I would, right? Okay? So if you were put on the pill at a very young age, like I started at 16, not because I was having any problems or issues, but just because I was 16 and my mom was like, okay, well, you're driving now. You should probably get on the pill. Let's just be safe here. Who knows what you could get into, right? And that's a real thing too that happens. I hear that a lot. But if you are having some symptoms or hormonal imbalance or some issues at a young age, and that's why you got on the pill to help regulate your periods. We now know that's not true. That's not a thing. That's not possible. It shuts them down completely. Okay? But when you're that young, when you're 16, 17, 18, 19, your periods are going to be irregular. That's just how the body works. You're maturing. Your body is figuring itself out. Your hormones are figuring themselves out. This thing called a reproductive system was just turned on. It was like it just came out of the womb and it's freaking out. It's like, where am I? It's discombobulated. It's got to figure itself out, right? And that can take a long time. That can take many, many, many years for your reproductive system to completely mature, to go all the way through the maturing process, to get to your normal cycle, to get to your normal period. So your period at 16, 17, 18, 19, even up to 22 years old is not your normal period for the rest of your life. Isn't that crazy? Like, think about that for a second. We get on this pill because we're having problems, but we're supposed to be having problems. That's normal. And that doesn't mean that we're always going to have problems. But we stop our system from maturing. We halt it in its tracks. It's almost like we just freeze it in time, okay? Because we don't want to deal with it. So then when we're 30 years old and we are married and we want to have children, or maybe we just don't want to be on the pill anymore, poof, all of those things come rushing back, and we actually have to like finish out this process, right? And that's why a lot of times coming off the pill at an older age, you start experiencing the exact same symptoms you had at 16, 17 years old, right? Or maybe you don't even have a period for a couple of years while it's trying to re-regulate itself, right? Because it has to finish out that process, okay? And we talked last week about estrogen and progesterone. I know I just mentioned that. But we talked about how they are yin and yang, how they balance each other out. They go together like peanut butter and jelly, right? You've got to have them both. They're both very important. You can't have one more than the other, okay? But when you're that young, when you're a young teenager, you haven't really quite started producing your progesterone yet. All you got going is estrogen, and it's super sensitive. So yeah, like you're going to have super heavy periods. It's just normal. Okay? That's just life. You're going to have those symptoms that come with that happening. All right? But that doesn't mean that it's your regular or normal cycle or period. Okay? Periods are your monthly report card. As a female, we have this fifth vital sign that men don't have. We get it. As females. How amazing is that? It is your monthly report card, and it is there to tell you if something is wrong, if something is imbalanced, if you're having an issue in any way. Like your period will be a little bit off. It'll be a little funky. You'll have some sort of symptom, and you're like, oh, something's wrong. Oh, I should look into this. Oh, I need to figure this out, right? If you're not having that period every single month to tell you that, then you don't know. You don't know what's going on, right? It's your monthly report card. It's our fifth vital sign that we can use as a health marker, okay? It's an expression of our health as a female, not a disease to get rid of, not a disease to shut down. Like, I get for some people it's a slight inconvenience, but it's worth the benefits of not only your hormones or having that fifth vital sign, right, to go off of, okay? Now, if you are a healthy female, right, a healthy period, a healthy cycle should really be very seamless, like next to no symptoms. PMS is not a thing, okay? PMS or any type of symptoms during your cycle is a red flag. Is your period saying something's up, something's not normal, something's not regular, okay? So if you don't want to go through PMS, if you don't want to deal with that because your symptoms are too crazy, that means there's something you got to work on, okay? Because that shouldn't be the case. And your job now is to get to a place where that is not the case, okay? Not cover it up, not get rid of it, fix it. Find the root cause. Okay. A pill bleed is not a period. If you are on birth control right now, you do not have periods, okay? You don't. You have a pill bleed, all right? Which is just like your body going through withdrawal from that week of the, that pill, what are they, sugar pills or whatever, that week of pills that doesn't have the hormones in them. Your body's going through withdrawal. Okay? It's not a real period though. It was actually created, strategically placed into your pack of pills, manufactured to make you feel healthy, to make you feel more normal. Because why? We should be having a period as a female. Okay? So yeah, it's actually a withdrawal bleed from the synthetic drugs. Okay? Stimulates your uterine lining, but shuts down your ovaries, so you're still not able to get pregnant. Okay? Now let's talk about these synthetic hormones that are in the pill. They are not your normal hormones. Okay? I know I just touched on this a little bit ago. They come with their own side effects, potential side effects. Okay? So not only are you not receiving the benefits of your natural hormones that you all need, but now you are also dealing with these other side effects that could be occurring because of the drugs you are now taking. Okay? For instance, progesterone, your natural progesterone. It's there for a reason. We need it. Okay? It boosts your mood. It boosts brain health and cognition. It's really great for hair growth. I think I dove in a little bit deeper into the benefits of estrogen and progesterone last week. So definitely, again, go check that out. But those are just a few of them. Now, the synthetic hormone that's in a lot of hormonal birth control, I'm going to butcher this. I'm not even going to say it, but it's mimicking your progesterone. It has actually been linked to anxiety, depression, and hair loss. So you're not getting progesterone that's mood boosting, affects your brain health and cognition, and helps you have healthy, strong hair. But now you're getting this synthetic hormone that has been linked to depression, anxiety, and hair loss. Okay? So that's what we're working here with. That's what I'm meaning when I say that. Okay? And these synthetic hormones in your birth control actually alter your brain. They actually alter the shape of your brain. How crazy is that? I bet your doctor didn't tell you that when she put it on you, or when she put you on it. Yeah, this will actually change the shape and makeup of your brain. Would you have taken it then? Okay. The slight inconvenience is worth the benefits that come with your natural hormones, in my opinion. Okay? Hormonal birth control can deplete you of nutrients like zinc, magnesium, B vitamins, selenium, a lot of other things that can alter your gut bacteria, cause a gut imbalance, okay? It can create insulin resistance. I see this one a ton. It can actually create insulin resistance, okay? It can actually promote cancers. It does prevent others. There's risk of blood clots. All of these studies have been done. So you'll see them like on the package, warning, like this stuff has been linked to these things, and it is a possibility, probably in that tiny little sheet manual that comes in the box that we all throw away, right? It's been linked to depression, it makes your body more sensitive to stress, turns off your testosterone, and that's why a lot of people will experience loss or low libido, shrinks your hair follicles. That's why it can cause hair loss, can cause weight gain due to the effects on your insulin, sugar cravings, can potentially prevent muscle gain, have an effect on your blood sugar, reduce thyroid function, you guys, alter your GI, and even your vaginal bacteria, which in turn causes yeast infections. I mean, there's tons and tons of stuff that could potentially be side effects from your hormonal birth control, okay? Now, are there instances where hormonal birth control is appropriate? Absolutely. Absolutely there are. Okay? Where coming off the birth control pill or whatever hormonal birth control you're on, and all of these problems and issues come flooding back, and there isn't anything that you can do about them. They're not curable. They're not fixable. I mean, things like, endometriosis, and there are even worse things than that, right? Sometimes the only thing left that you can do is get on the hormonal birth control, and that's a completely different story, okay? And that's why it's very important that you understand your body, what's going on, have all the facts in front of you, and know what's going on the inside, right? Don't just shut this stuff down. You need to know, okay? Don't just put this Band-Aid, this blanket Band-Aid. You need to know and figure it out, okay? That's all I got for you. That's all I got for you, all right? So hopefully this video was just a little bit of an introduction into the idea of learning more, right? Becoming your own advocate, okay? Here is some literature that I'm going to throw at you guys if y'all are interested in this topic and learning more about your period, more about your hormones, more about birth control. The Period Repair Manual. So this is fantastic if you are having issues, PMS, imbalances, okay, and you want to improve all of that stuff, relieve all of those things, get off the birth control pill and not use it to fix your symptoms, right? Learning about your cycle and learning about what birth control actually is. The Period Repair Manual by Laura Bryden. There's also another book called Beyond the Pill, which is fantastic for maybe once you've learned step one and gone through this and learned the basics and have a complete understanding and you make the decision to come off of birth control, I would recommend the book Beyond the Pill. I have a lot of clients that go to that book and it's changed their life. Highly recommend it, and they love it to death. This one, In the Flow, this is a new one for me. I haven't gotten all the way through it yet. Where am I? Maybe halfway through. But this one's a little bit different. It's about cycle syncing. So I would recommend this if you're interested in learning about the amazing benefits of your menstrual cycle and no longer fearing it or treating it like a disease to get rid of, but working with it, living harmoniously with your monthly cycle. And this one is about unlocking your hormonal advantages and revolutionize your life. A 28-day plan with recipes, workouts, daily planner, biohacking, okay? Because within our 28-day cycle, we actually go through 4 phases. 4 phases, okay? And our period is just one of those phases. So throughout 28 days, we go through 4 different cycles. And throughout those cycles, our hormones are in different places. Throughout the entire month of our cycle, our hormones are changing and doing different things. So this book will actually teach you all about that and tell you, like, if you're in this phase, like, focus on these things, work out this way, eat these foods, turn more inward, be more social, right? That sort of thing. So it's actually really, really kind of cool. Because guess what? We are not small men. We are women and we are completely different than men. Our hormones are completely different. Men wake up every single day and just like restart a new day, right? 24-hour period. Every single one of our days as women is different through a 28-day cycle. Okay, not a 24-hour period. Okay, every day we wake up and we are different. About to go down a rabbit hole with that. So, anywho, that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope this was interesting, eye-opening, beneficial, helpful in some way. Let me know down below in the comments if you had any kind of eye-opening aha moments, or if you learned anything that you didn't already know, or if you have any other questions and just want to learn a little bit more. But definitely check out those 3 books, Period Repair Manual, Beyond the Pill, and In the Flow. Very, very interesting if you really want to dive further into this topic, okay? That's all I got for you guys. Hope you have an amazing rest of your Friday, and we'll talk soon. Bye.